Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. My name is Brianna and this is for Pause on a Book. I make book and lifestyle related content, so if that's something that you're interested in, make sure that you hit that subscribe button down below. Today we are going to start Knock It Out November. You're thinking, Brianna, it is only October 31st. It is Halloween. Why are we starting Knock It Out November? Well, because I start my vlogs on Monday. That's how this works, okay? The concept won't work unless I start it on Monday and I do a 7-day thing, right? Don't worry about it. This is my Halloween costume, by the way. I don't know what I am, but work is one of those weird places where you're like, I don't know if I'm supposed to dress up or not, especially because we did our company Halloween party on Friday, where I did dress up, by the way. This is what it looked like. It looked amazing. So then I was like, I don't know, am I supposed to dress up or not? So I wore a normal, pantsuit, I guess. But then I just have this top hat, which is just wonderful and gothic and I love it. Which is that way I can take it off, I can be a normal, businesswoman, but then I can put it on and be fun. And that was the vibe we were going with today. We're starting Knock It Out November. That is the readathon that was started by Cassidy. And it's basically just making goals, setting goals, and trying to accomplish them in the month of November, and then you get to reward yourself, which I am all for that. Let's be honest, I need some serotonin in my life as we go into these winter months. What she had done was create goals in her TBR video and then make books about it. For that, I didn't do that because I did categories and it was mean to me. It was mean. So what I thought I would do is I'm going to basically make goals at the beginning of my vlogs and try to stick to them throughout the week. I'm going to do one reading goal and then one life goal, because I also need to get my shit together just in my life in general. So, yeah. So my goals for this week are going to be really big. I want to start out strong. I really want to start November off with a bang. And really knock out that categories TBR. So my goal for this week is finishing 7 books in 7 days. Doesn't necessarily mean I have to read a book a day, but there might be days where I have to finish 2. So that's going to be fun. We're going to start with 7 books. And I'll talk about where I'm at right now, because I'm a little over halfway through Hell Followed With Us, which I'll talk about in a minute. And then my life goal is just going to be doing one cleaning task every night of the week when I get home from work. And the reason why I want to do that is because I'm really bad about waiting until Saturday, Sunday to clean my house, do laundry, do whatever. And then I get so exhausted and so tired and I don't get a rest day. But if I just broke it up and did little things every night, then it won't be as bad, right? It is Halloween. I'm not sure how much stuff will get done tonight. We're not going anywhere, but I'm sure we'll have trick-or-treaters. I'm sure, which means the dogs will probably be crazy. So that'll be fun. The goal is tonight to finish Hell Followed With Us. Like I said, I am on page 237 of 398. 398. So I have a little bit to read. I have 150 pages to read. I do have it on audio. I think it ends up being 2 hours of listening. There are Halloween sprints tonight, so that should be fine. I'll get it done. I do have to edit a video for tomorrow, but I'll still get it done. Don't worry about it. My life task for tonight, my cleaning task, is to straighten up this office because it's a mess. And that's what I need to do, is a little bit of organization. So I have one other vlog clip that I need to film for another project that I'm doing, and then I'm gonna get into some comfy clothes, and I'm gonna do some organizing. We might time lapse it. We'll see.
There's pain in the struggle, and there's beauty in the pain. So if love is a struggle, I guess there's beauty in everything. There's peace in a heartbreak, and there's fire in the rain. So if everything means nothing these days, baby, then let it rain on me. Let it rain on me. Just let it rain on me. Let it rain on me. Just let
Someone stole my chair. Silly buddy. Minute oil. Okay. It's not clean, but at least I don't have books on the floor everywhere. And I also put my November TBR up here. So, yeah, I do need to take all of my Halloween decorations down. But I don't really need to do that until Saturday because I'm not going to be filming in front of it other than vlogs. So we can do it. We can do it this weekend. So, okay, I'm going to go read. Hello, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Happy official November 1st. We can now we can do Knock It Out November. Also, happy birthday to my sister, even though I don't think she watches my videos. But if she does, happy birthday. Let's talk. Yesterday, I did manage to finish Hell Followed With Us. I did stay up until 11 o'clock at night reading it. That's fine. I'm giving it 3 stars, and it's a very low 3-star. It's not the book for me. I am doing a separate video on it, of a separate vlog that you should be seeing probably next week, I think, if I remember correctly. I'm really trying to be better about my posting schedule this month. So, anyways, you are slightly crooked. You're sitting in my spice cabinet. It's fine. Because we're in our kitchen today. But I did bring my books in here. I'm also on chapter 11 of Half a Soul by Olivia Atwater. This is on my November TBR. It's also for a video project. And also I'm going to be reading another Olivia Atwater book because she was a finalist for Smithbow. It's getting really dark in here all of a sudden. Jeez. Let me figure this out.
A few moments later.
I'm not entirely sure that that's better, because now you're going to see this really bright light. It's not a great filming space. It's fine. Don't worry about it. It's a vlog. We don't have to be great here. Anyways, I'd like to finish this tonight. I think I have about 2.5 hours left of the audiobook. I'm actually really liking this. Like, it's not 5-star, but it's 4-star. And, at this point, we're going with it, okay? Here's the thing. Technically, Upgrade by Blake Crouch was my last 5-star read, but even that was sort of kind of forgettable in the sense of 5-star reads. The last book that I really loved was Ashes of the Sun, which I read in early September. And I've just had so many mediocre books that I just need a 5-star read, and this isn't it. It's not a bad book, but it's not a 5-star read right now. I'm having fun with it. It's very Jane Austen-esque, very Regency, but with fairies, and trying to find a husband, but with fairies. So it's kind of an interesting twist on Jane Austen, which if you're new to my channel, I love Jane Austen. So I'm having a good time. But it's not 5 stars yet. So I'm really hoping that I get one soon. I'm here in the kitchen today because my daily task today is just going to be cleaning the kitchen, cleaning the counters and things like that, and that's because we're going to be cooking dinner tonight, and we don't do that very often. However, we started. Did you see a Shotzi? Hi, Shotzi. Hi, beautiful baby. Okay. Anyways, long time ago, back at the very beginning of pandemic, we used Dinnerly as a dinner subscription box, but I got a code for HelloFresh. I also got a code for you guys if you want it, so it's going to be linked down below. I think you get $150 off, but I don't know if it's spread out over boxes or if it's one box. I don't really know, but you get $150 off if you use that code that's going to be down below. So I thought I would unbox this with you, tell you what we're going to make for dinner, and then I'm going to just not a deep clean, but wipe down the counters, clean that table up in the back that just ends up becoming our junk table, and do the dishes. That's my project for tonight. That's my house task that I will finish listening to my audiobook, not finish, but I will continue listening to my audiobook while I do that. And maybe see if there are any sprints on. I do have a little bit of work that I have to get done tonight that I didn't quite get done before I left the office today, but that's okay. All right, Not going to show my address. That would be fantastic. Not fantastic. All right. We have black bean tostadas, a Mediterranean chicken bowl, and sweet chili pork, which is like an Asian bowl. So, it feels wrong. It feels like that's not what I actually ordered, but maybe I did. I don't remember ordering something that has tofu in it. Okay, what's cool about this is that it's all like in the bag. You don't even have to do anything with it. Okay. 2 things of pork, like a pork tenderloin, ground pork, and chicken. See, this is what's confusing me. Oh, you know what? I think I got these, but then I got them with pork. That's what it was. That makes more sense. Okay. And then we also got a couple of desserts. The salted caramel mascarpone cheesecake. So anyway, that's that. I don't know what we'll do tonight. I want to do one that's kind of, like, I can do one that's a little bit more complicated just because I'm home early. So, but we'll see what happens, like, after I do my cleaning.
I close my eyes and lightning strikes, so I won't sleep till I get it right. Let it rain, let it rain, let it rain all night. I close my eyes and lightning strikes, so I won't sleep till I get it right. Let it rain, let it rain, let it rain all night.
Good evening. Happy Wednesday. It is a little after 8 o'clock. I'm going to make this a very quick update because I'm on sprints with Cassidy and Mel and a few other people. I'm not really sure who else is on because I came on mid-sprint. I was at dog training today. Schmidt did amazing. We're doing like cones and like learning directions and things like that. He's doing fantastic. We love it. So today I decided to pick up My Heart is a Chainsaw by Stephen Graham Jones. I wanted to read this in October and I didn't get a chance to. It was the group book for the Avengers Initiative Reading Challenge and I just didn't get to it in time. So I'm listening to it today. I've read 200 pages of this book. So when I'm doing NaNoWriMo, I like back in the day, I would always do a word count. And since I'm trying for X amount of pages, we're going between 5,000 and 10,000 because I know I can hit 5,000, but I don't know that I can hit 10,000. So we're just going to like try to somewhere land in that ballpark. We're just going to see how well we do, okay? So here's my page count. As of right now, I'm on page 203 of My Heart is a Chainsaw, and then I finished Half a Soul yesterday. So it's a lot of pages, but I don't know the math, so it's right there. Or right there. It's one of those places. Anyways, I'm really, really liking this book. As it sits right now, it's sitting at like 4.5 or 5 stars. So I'm really excited about that, which is good because I really didn't like Night of the Mannequins. And I was afraid I wasn't going to like his writing style. But the commentary in this, talking about like diversity and representation in the slasher genre, is really cool. And I think that this book is accessible even to people who don't watch slashers because it kind of like educates you, and like basically she's writing a thesis on slashers as the slasher is happening, and so you kind of are like learning about slashers at the same time that one is kind of happening around her. So I'm kind of liking that because I don't watch slashers. I don't like slashers, especially as a visual media. So yeah, this one is a good time. So I'm gonna get back to reading. Well, the sprint is about up, so I'm not gonna get back to reading, but yeah, I'll talk to you later. Hello everybody, happy Thursday. It's November 3rd, 3rd day of November, 4th day of this thing that I'm trying to do where I do 7 books in 7 days, and unfortunately I did not finish a book last night. I kind of figured it wouldn't, and I did really well. I read 263 pages, so current word count or page count right there. Not quite there. I continued listening to my audiobook this morning, but I still have an hour left of the audiobook. So I will finish it today. I just got done with a work luncheon, and so now I'm actually going to be working from home the rest of the day. So I will do it. I will finish it. Also, Mel has sprints on her channel for her Patreon's 24-hour readathon. So I'll get a bunch of reading done. However, like in order to get back on track, I actually need to like finish My Heart is a Chainsaw and also another book. So that's fun. I did a house cleaning task yesterday. I don't think I talked about this last night. If I did, I'll just cut this whole clip out. But it was just to do a load of laundry because yesterday was dog training day. So I didn't want to like overwhelm myself. Wanted to make it super simple. I think it was a load of towels. That's it. I'm gonna do another load of laundry today, but it's not gonna count. Today's cleaning task, we actually got our couch cushion covers delivered to us today. Instead of like buying a new couch, especially like right before winter with dogs and stuff like that, we didn't want to buy a new couch, so I bought these couch cushion covers, and I'm hoping that they will help because our couch is in desperate need of a refresh, an uplift, something. So we're gonna do a couple of tasks. I'm going to obviously put those cushions on. We're also gonna like just kind of clean around the couch, sweep underneath it, that kind of stuff. So that's what we're gonna do tonight. It's been an hour, not even an hour. Have I finished the book yet? Not yet. I have 30 minutes left. But that's fine. I'm about to go fill out a report or make a report. Whatever. Not important. I have to do a report for work. I'll finish it up then. But when I got home, I actually had a bunch of Amazon packages, and also my Scentbird delivery got here. I figured I would unbox them. I haven't done unboxings in a while. So I am going to be reading all of the finalists for the SPFBO, which is a blog, like a self-published fantasy blog off. And essentially what happens is it started with like 300 plus books, and these different blogs whittled it down to 10, like 10 finalists, and then they're going to be choosing a winner. And I am going to be reading all of those finalists. So some of them are on KU, so I won't actually have to buy physical copies. Though I might still. I go through these phases where like sometimes I can't read like on my Kindle. And so like when I'm thinking of like a 600-page fantasy book, it scares me when it's like just on Kindle. I don't know. We'll see how I feel about it. I might start doing them on Kindle. We'll just have to see how that goes. Like I said, I might end up buying them by the end of like the finalists. Like the last phase of the competition goes for 6 months, so I might go purchase them. I had a return, like an Amazon return, come through, so I had some credits. So I just used them for a couple of the books. The thing is that you can't find them on Pengo because they're all like self-published books. They're all indie books, and usually you can't find it. Like I couldn't find any at Barnes & Noble the other day when I was looking for them. So because of that, I have to buy them on Amazon. Unfortunately, it is what it is. I'm at least supporting some indie authors with it. So the first one is A Song for the Void. This one I wanted just because this cover is stunning. There's a pirate ship, maybe some sort of ship, and like it's really pretty. But this is a historical horror fantasy, which in theory sounds like a good thing. Here's the thing. Horror, fantasy, historical horror, like in concept, great, right? Execution, I'm usually let down. So hopefully this is not what this is going to be, but this is A Mind Imprisoned is the Greatest of Hells. 1853, South China Sea. While on patrol between the Opium Wars, the crew of the steam frigate HMS Charger pursues a fleet of pirates that have been terrorizing the waters surrounding on Hong Kong. But now the hunters have become the hunted. Something else has come to the South China Sea, something ancient and powerful and malevolent. Now the crew of the Charger must face their worst nightmares in order to survive the terrible creature they have come to know as the Dark Star. A Song for the Void is a haunting, terrifying historical novel that will keep you turning the pages and jumping at the shadows. Very excited about this one. Ooh, okay, so it's kind of small print, like to the edges of the margins, and it's like the stark white paper, which is never my favorite, but almost all indies have it, or a lot of indies have it. It's not very long, so that's great, but I have high hopes for it. It's 336 pages, something like that. That's not bad, but again, small print. And then there is this one, which is in a very weird package. This is the one that I'm the most nervous for, because Cassidy gave this one 5 stars and loved it. But then she was like, oh, I don't know if you're going to like it because you didn't like Malice. Which, and I've talked about this a little bit on Sprints. Malice, I think, was definitely a me thing. It was definitely a, like, I was trying to get that video out, and so I was feeling stressed. And I think that if I had the time to really sit with that book, I could make it work. This one's not as big as Malice, so that's good. It's with those like really like 600-700 page fantasy books. They scare me. But this is A Touch of Light by Thiago Abdala. I'm really excited about this because it is a Brazilian author. You don't read a lot. I don't read a lot of Brazilian authors, but I would like to. And like, I love Brazil as a country. Obviously, Derek's family is from Brazil. But this definitely has some of the classic fantasy tropes. But the cover, again, stunning. The back of the book says, how far would you go to resurrect someone you love? Would you change who you are to show you belong? The world of Averin is tearing itself apart. The domain worships life. Its leaders lead eternal lives, and death is a shame that must not be mourned. That's interesting. But for the clans to the south, death is all that keeps the earth alive. Adrian is a prince of one of the Dominion nations. Church teaching says his grief is forbidden, but he will stop at nothing to return his loved ones to worthiness, even if it means sacrificing his own. Lynn is a rogue elite warrior hiding from her past, but now an old enemy is rising, and running is no longer an option. Nasha is a gifted hunter hiding a terrible secret. A lifelong outcast, she desperately fights for belonging in the Ronar, a proud southern clan. Yet a changing world threatens more than just her status in the community. But now a terrifying foe creeps near, and the people of Averin must fight to save it, before death comes for them all. This has a lot of like religious and political tones. I think I'm gonna like this, honestly. It has a lot of buzzwords. The other thing is like, the reason why I didn't like Malice or was confused by Malice is how big the cast was. This has 3 POVs. So I think I can handle that. Malice just has such a big cast of characters. And I've talked about it before, which is why I liked Ashes of the Sun so much, is it was a smaller cast of characters. It's easier for my dumb brain to get behind. I can understand it. Again, it's not a 600-page book. We should be okay. It's 451. It's not even a tome. I got this. So I'm going to go finish my work and finish My Heart is a Chainsaw. Hello, everybody. Happy Friday. It's 4:30. I have a Patreon live show in half an hour. We're going to be talking about the Kiss Curse and then doing some reading sprints. So I figured I would check in with you. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do as my like house cleaning task today, and I don't have a ton of stuff that I really like absolutely need to do, and I have no energy. So I think we might just do laundry. That feels like a house cleaning task, and that is the level of energy I have. I think I have some laundry that's still in my suitcase from my trip last week that I never unpacked. So maybe that will be it. I'll just like unpack that suitcase and do that load of laundry. That's going to be my level of cleaning. As far as reading. So I finished My Heart is a Chainsaw yesterday. I actually gave it 4.5 stars. I really, really liked it. For someone who does not read slashers, does not watch slashers, like despite the fact that it was constantly talking about horror films, I still was able to follow along, right? I think that it was very accessible, like I talked about before. I'm really excited about talking about it. We're going to be talking about it on Bree's channel. By the time you're seeing this, that video will already gone up, so I'll link it down in the description. But it was our Avengers group book for the month. So we're like, we've all been reading it, and I'm really excited to hear everyone's thoughts. But that's the only book that I've read. So we're on day 5 of the week, and I haven't finished 5 books. I've only finished 3 books. I'm very much behind. I am, a third of the way through one, halfway through another. It's fine. Don't worry about it. We'll still get there by Sunday. Let's talk. Okay, I'm trying to grab my books. I also just filmed my October wrap-up, so there's, like, books everywhere. Here's what I'm in. I made it halfway through Lore Olympus Volume 3 last night, but I wasn't able to finish it because I was falling asleep. So I made it, like, exactly halfway. And the reason why I did that, and, like, why I wanted exactly halfway through the episodes, is that there are no page numbers in this. And so in order to calculate my page count, I think it's, like, 902 pages so far, which is pretty good for 5 days, let's be honest. 4 days, really, because I haven't put in today's page count. Anyways, I wanted to like basically do half of whatever this book was, like, on my tally, so I can finish this tonight. I'm also 111 pages into Year of the Reaper by Makia Lucier. This is another book that I'm reading for a project, because it's not on my TBR, but it's for a project. This is a really funny book. It's definitely a YA fantasy, but I think, like, it's not YA in the fact that, like, the characters feel really young. It's YA in the fact that it's, like, easy to read, and the characters are funny, and their banter is really kind of interesting, and I'm enjoying this. I'm having a good time. So there's that. So I'm 100 pages into that. Won't be able to finish this today because I don't think I'm going to focus on it tonight. But tomorrow I can definitely finish it. The other thing is I think I just need a romance. And so I was like, well, maybe on my sprints tonight, I will read Nemesis by Liza Penn. I think this is almost technically a novella, so I can maybe finish this on the sprints tonight. I don't know. But yeah, I'm going to go start my laundry and then get ready for the sprint tonight. So I'll talk to you later. Good morning. Happy Saturday. It's very early in the morning. Well, I mean, it's 8. That's not that early. It feels early. I ended up staying up until midnight and I finished Nemesis by Liza Penn and Natasha Lux. I read the whole thing last night because I started it on my Patreon sprints. I did forget to update you guys. Okay, here's my setup. I had my Patreon sprints and then I turned all of the lights off. I went on Cassie and Mel's sprints, not like on them. I was just in their chat. I turned all the lights off. I turned these lights on. I had like my cozy blanket and then like I was just sitting in that chair. Schmidt was on my lap. Like we were just being cozy and I didn't like, I would have had to turn on lights in order to film an update. So I didn't do that. So instead you're just getting like a wrap up, a post coziness. But the hibernation weekend has officially started. I'm very excited. It's already started raining. I'm just here for it. The only thing I don't like about rain is that like the dogs get wet and so then they'll bring it all into the house. It's fun. Okay. I am waiting. We're gonna go live in about 15 minutes on Bree's channel to talk about the Avengers and the last month there. But until everyone gets here, I'm gonna be reading Lore Olympus and trying to make some progress in that. And then I found a KU book that's like 65 pages that I've had on my KU for quite some time. And I think I'm going to read that one today as well to get back up to the 6 books that I need to finish. And then we'll go from there and see what else I wanted to get done. I guess Year of the Reaper would make number 7. So I'm not necessarily getting through my TBR, like categories TBR, but I'm still succeeding in that 7 books in 7 days, whether or not it kills me. Like I make a goal, I'm going to do it. Hello everybody, happy Sunday. I am realizing that this vlog is essentially just me coming on here once a day and telling you what I'm going to do, and then I don't actually do it, or I don't like tell you that I've done it or anything like that. So let's do a recap because it's Sunday and I've only read 5 books, so I do have to finish 2 books today. So that's fun, in order to hit my 7 and 7. I think I can do it. I think I can. So we read Hell Followed With Us. That was our Monday book. We read Half a Soul. That was Tuesday. Then My Heart is a Chainsaw. Then Nemesis. And then last night I finished Fall Into You by Georgina Kirsten. This was a little like fall, very like a Gilmore Girls vibe novella that was on KU. It was really cute, but it was only like 80 something pages. I think I said 60 something pages in my last clip, but it was like 84. And so I did finish that yesterday on Rise Sprints. I was in her chat. It was really cute. It's sapphic, but like it's very rushed. And so if you're not into like romance novellas, you're going to think that it's very rushed and very quick. The story is essentially her running into a childhood friend or a girl that she had a crush on, and then like immediately being like, can I ask you out on a date? And then them going on the date and then them going home together. And then the epilogue. That's all it is. It had this story, like had we taken this story and made it a full-length novel, I think we could have had a lot more angst. We could have had a lot more pining. We could have had a little bit of backstory and fleshing out. So like as a romance novella, it was fine, but I don't love romance novellas, as we know on this channel, right? So I ended up giving it 3 stars. I will definitely read more from this author. Like if this author came out with a full-length novel, I would read it because I liked the writing style and I really liked the spice. But as it sat, it was only a 3-star. So my goal for today, I have a lot of goals, but we have laundry going if you can't hear that. So that's going to be like the big project. That's usually Sunday's big project, is just laundry and just getting all that stuff done, like sheets and comforters and stuff like that. It's actually not raining today like I thought it was going to. I think it might later on this evening. I'm not really sure, but we'll see. For now, the sun is out, and that's the like household thing, getting all that stuff cleaned and done and everything. And then as far as books are concerned, I would like to finish Lore Olympus Volume 3, which I it's up over there. So I'm not going to go grab it. But I'm a little over halfway through that. And then also Year of the Reaper, which I am 100 pages in. I didn't read any of that yesterday. So I will need to continue that. And then I need to edit at least one, if not two videos. So that's my plan for today. It's gonna be a lot. It's only 9:30 and I feel like it's a lot later because time change happened last night. So that's exciting. So I'm gonna try to edit my video before the football game. That's the number one goal.
Just let it rain on me. Let it rain on me. Just let it rain on me. Let it rain on me. Just let it rain on me.
Good morning, happy Monday. I'm gonna close this vlog out because obviously the week is over. I've had 7 days. And I read 7 books. Did it take me until 11 o'clock last night? And so then I definitely did not get enough sleep last night, so I am very tired now. Yes, I did, but that's okay. That's okay. So I did finish Year of the Reaper last night. You'll actually see the vlog with that video up before this, so that's great. But if you don't watch all of those, I ended up giving it 4.5 stars. It was not perfect. Like it started out really strong, but I did kind of get bored towards the end. And we were seeing like less of excuse me, I think I'm getting sick. But we were seeing less of Cass and Lena and more of Cass doing other things, and Lena is by far my favorite character. So because of that, like it dropped my enjoyment level just a little bit, but like enough that on my algorithm it's dropped down to a 4.5. So, not quite the 5-star read that I thought it was going to be, but still 4.5. Like, that's still an amazing book. Highly recommend it, especially if you want, like, an accessible fantasy. Because the thing is like, yes, it is a YA, but it definitely doesn't read YA in the form of, like, the characters aren't acting super young. It's YA in the form of, like, it is easy to understand, it's easy to like read and stuff like that. So it's an extremely accessible, beginner friendly fantasy, but I don't think that it's like, it doesn't read young is what I'm trying to say there. So yeah, I enjoyed that. So I completed my goals. I did clean, like I cleaned or did a house task every day, and I read 7 books. I finished up at 1,713 pages, and that's only in the 6 days because I'm only tracking it for November, because that's like when I'm trying to do my NaNoWriMo, which is ahead for 5,000 page goal. It's behind for a 10,000 page goal, but that's fine. I didn't really think I was gonna hit 10,000, let's be honest. If I were to read this amount every single week, it would be like 8,500 pages, I think, if like an average. And that's good, but I don't know that I'm gonna sustain this all month. We'll see. I don't know. I tend to like do really, really well at the beginning of the month and then like kind of crash towards the end. So we'll just see what happens. We'll have new goals starting today, but I'm gonna go ahead and get ready for work and finish up here. Thank you all for watching. If you're new here and you have not yet subscribed, there's a little red button that you can do so down below the video. If you'd like to hang out with me more, the links to my Instagram, Twitter, Goodreads, and my very own Patreon are linked down below. I don't know how to do my outro before coffee. Thank you all for watching. Bye.